Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and I got amazing news for you guys. So I don't know if you remember, but about 1 year ago I made this new series called Saving Runescape. And in this series I talked about many problems with Runescape, such as the economy, the progression, the balance between the new and the top players, all in detail. And I got a lot of feedback from you guys. I also talked with the JMod back in the days, but so far I haven't heard anything yet. Anything more until I checked on the RuneScape official website under the update section, and I've seen the prestige system. Basically the same exact prestige system that I've explained in detail in my prestige video, which lasts about 26 minutes. I'll put the link in the description, so if you want to check out the full thing. But my goal in this video is just to do a little recap summary of everything I've mentioned and why it's so needed in a game like RuneScape if you want it to survive another decade maybe. So long story short, one of the big problems right now with RuneScape is the lack of progression. So once you're level 99 in a skill, there's only one thing to do, is to get more experience. Well, if you are level 99 in everything, for example, you just train until 200 million experience, and to do that you only do one thing. You only master one specific method of the skill and you just repeat it over and over. There's nothing more to unlock, there's no really achievement, and that's kind of a problem, especially in a game like RuneScape where it's all based about progression, so unlocking new things and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of sad that there's only one good method being used after level 99. Like, RuneScape has tons, like each skill has a lot of variety to it. Well, some more than others, but the only methods being used, it's only a very small percent of that. And that's kind of sad that we only use one part of the content. And many people didn't really like the lack of progression, so what they did back in the days is to create another account. So many people did that to get back this feeling of progression, but it's kind of bad right now because it's simply experience waste. And that's the main reason why I haven't done that, because it's just inefficient to do that right now. But with a prestige system, it would encourage people, and it wouldn't be inefficient to get back this feeling of progression that we kind of all want. And another thing that would really make a big change with the prestige system is for the economy. So right now there's a big problem with the economy. Like, the only things that are worth something is things that are at the end levels. So everything below that are just junk. And the only reason why they are worth something is because of the IdkWhatsRc price. So if you remove the IdkWhatsRc price, all the items like rune armors, rune weapons, dragon weapons, and all that shit are just worthless. Nobody used them because there's a big gap between new players and top players. Basically, all the players, I wouldn't say all the players, but most players are nearly top level most of the time. And with the prestige system, what it will do is to fill the gap between new and old players. So there will be mid players, high mid player, low mid players actually, and this would have a lot of good impact on the economy because it will be more balanced than just having the high stuff being worth something. So that's a really good thing. I also want to talk more about the gap between the newbie and the average player. One of the reasons is that the game is getting old, and well, first, it's a really bad thing to have a big gap between new players and the average or top players, because let's face it, when you start a new game, your goal is to become average, to be able to do what other players do. And right now with RuneScape, there's a big gap between that. So newbies cannot expect to become good very fast. Well, yes, that's one of the downside. So to become a top player, it's really hard and even impossible. So what Jagex did, obviously, you cannot have a situation like that because nobody is going to play your game if you cannot do what the average player do. So what they did is to make easier training, faster training, so the newbie can more easily reach the average player. But that's a problem because the average player with those easiest easier ways to train became top level or max level. So the average player really rose a lot for the last few years, and it's also not a good thing for the average player because their all achievements are worth less. So yeah, right now there's a problem with that. So when a newbie achieves something, it's not really worth anything. I mean, yes, you're level 99 cooking, but that's nothing. Because with all these easy training methods and everybody is already level 99 cooking, new players feel like everything they achieve is worthless. And that's a big problem for a game like RuneScape that tries to survive, because to survive you need to have old players, but you also need to have new players. That's something RuneScape is really lacking. And another thing I want to talk about is something that wasn't really mentioned in the RuneScape official update post, and it's the different ways to implement that. So the way they did it on the RuneScape post is basically only one possible system, and is that at 200 million experience you reset once and you get 1 prestige. This is a good idea if you want to revive the race for the ice cores, but at the same time it makes the update less wantable or desirable for players who have already reached 200 million experience. Because right now, if you have 200 million experience or just, let's say, 13 million experience, you will have the same prestige and your rank on the ice core will pretty much be the same on the new ice core, not the old one, obviously. And I think there's many ways to implement that. I've covered them in this video, and it would have been nice if they would have added them. So one of the ways is to actually give more prestige if you reset at higher experience. So for example, if you're 200 million experience, when you will prestige, you will get a +5, and the max prestige will be 10. So there's still a race to be rank 1. It's not all set in stone. So that's one of the solutions I've included. So people who have already 200 million experience doesn't feel like everything they've done are kind of wasted. Another way would be 200 million experience to be 10 prestige, and the max prestige will also be 10. So for those players, pretty much nothing changed, but there will be absolutely no race for rank 1 with this system. And yeah, that's the two main. Well, there's different system, and you can check them in my video. I will put the link in the description. But that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. So many things I've covered in this video. Just don't forget to check out the full video. It will cover a lot more things and more in detail than this rushed video. So I hope you like this video, I guess. And see ya.